that is a part of a nation that the Lord is with, that has an army, that has a government, you think he's just gonna be able to do? You think that George Floyd could just go and put his knee on Ching Wang Ni's neck and suffocate him? Do you think it could happen? What would happen if that cop suffocates Ching Wang Xing Hao and it goes live on mass media and Ching Wang Xing Hao is like, go on, and he's on the ground, Salakia, and he's on the ground and he's screaming. There's all kinds of nonsense. Rights and all that. What do you think will happen? It goes viral. Ning Chuang King Pao gets murdered by a white cop. China gonna have a problem. China gonna have to get some answers for that. You understand? What happens if you can go and stomp on, or I don't even know not Middle Eastern, but East Indian names. Deepak Chopra. They go and stomp out one of them red dots. What do you think will happen? They're gonna have a problem because they have a nation, they have a government. You understand? They can focus on public relations or what do they do in the UN? Their relationship with all other nations, right? Because they diplomacy, right? We don't have that. We don't have the resources to be able to do that. Right now, all we have is these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's right. Right now, that's all we got is the law, statutes, and commandments in this Bible and what we were ordered to do as a people. And quite frankly, that's all that we need. Understand? But we've been up in these Christian churches. We don't understand that that's the only thing that we got to do. That we don't have to riot. That we don't have to protest. All we got to do is separate from the so-called white man. And this man, like, the Lord will come and set us free. You understand? And you'll see it. It's not even something that you just got to wait to happen. You'll start to see it in your everyday life. You'll start to see black businesses growing. You'll start to see Chinese businesses stopping because we've taken their love away. That'll be the first sign that you'll know that the I.S.U.P.K was correct. That'll be the first sign everybody will see. They'll see the Middle Eastern stores shut down. They'll see the Chinese stores shut down. Them laundromats and their salons and them African braids who be braiding way too goddamn tight, they'll see it shut down. And then what we'll have to do, we'll have to go now, we'll build our own. We'll build our own braiding salons and call it, I don't know, Israel Braids or something like that. Israel Braids. That's a 12 name. Y'all need to market that. Israel Braids. You understand? Because it's real hair. That went over y'all head. You get that. Israel Braids. You need to market that. But we would be forced to have to do that and make it our own. You understand? We'll be forced to have those sisters who be on Instagram all goddamn day talking about doing nails and doing eyebrows and makeup and all of that stuff. They'll be up in some salon somewhere doing that. And then you'll start to see that by taking the love away from the so-called white man, we're starting to build up our own conditions. We're starting to stop our people from robbing and killing each other. We're stopping to end poverty in our communities. We're starting to build our communities back up. You understand? And we'll live in those good houses. Why? Because we're going to respect it. But right now, we at the bottom. We at the bottom of everything, and we don't understand what it means to be royalty. We don't know what it means because our whole life we've been nothing. Our whole life we've been scum. We've been trap. We've been coon, nigga, negro, black, wetback, savage, red-faced, what else? What's the other one? I don't know. All kinds of bywords and names like that. We've been everything except who we actually are. You understand? Brother, get me, actually, we gotta finish this one real quick. No sweat. Can you give me Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 4? No sweat. Or read verse 13. Finish. Con.
The book of Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, their good shall become a booty, houses a desolation.
Mm-hmm.
They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof.
Even I remember I always make jokes. I always try to say I'm a Somali and stuff, right? But Somali basically is someone who is a mastermind in tasting wines and not requesting but advising what kind of wine to drink on certain occasions, right? But when you listen to them talk, they'll talk about the different vineyards and where this wine was grown. This wine was grown in France. It's got young grapes. Or this wine was grown in Belize. It's got old grapes. You know, certain kind of things like that. But when you look, you know, at these vineyards, who was the men who's plucking the grapes? Us, Hispanics. You understand? Those are the men out there slaving, plucking them grapes to ferment into making these $100 bottle wines or $1,000 bottle wines, whatever, champagne or whatever it is that they make from it. They're the ones slaving from it, and they don't drink it. You understand? They don't have the means to be able to afford what they're working for. You understand? Like that, whatever you do in life, you should be able to have some kind of means to reap some of the benefits of what you're promoting. You understand? Like imagine how terrible you feel. You work at McDonald's all goddamn day, and then you go to make a cheeseburger and they say no. Or you go to just get some extra fries and they say no. You understand like how terrible that would be? You hungry all goddamn day and they just say no to you making a cheeseburger or a McDouble or whatever. And you understand? And that's what it is for our brothers and sisters out there in them vines or in them making them houses. They doing the hardest jobs. They taking on the most, the most terrible conditions, and they're going through it with no hopes of even enjoying any luxury of the fruit of their labor. They won't have it. They won't ever get to taste the wine. You understand? They won't ever get to live in the houses. They won't ever get to have a good life. Hell, they won't even be able to not live in cages. They won't even be able to just live peacefully. Right. You understand? Have a minimum wage of some sort. They get taken advantage of. They have to be in somebody's house scrubbing on their knees and hands, you understand, and still being mistreated. Because this oppressor, man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And that's who we are enslaved by. That's who we are enslaved by. You understand? I know a lot of people like to say that we're not slaves no more, but you are a complete idiot if you ever said that. Wow. You are the dumbest fool on earth if you believe that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in some way not slaves in America. And if you don't believe it, ask Colin Kaepernick. Ask Colin Kaepernick. You understand? A slave is not always just some boy being a janitor in McDonald's. A slave can be a rich football player. But ask Colin Kaepernick what happened when he decided to rebel against his slave master. He lost his job. They stopped him from working what he was doing. He was not going to be a house nigga no more. They want him to go work at McDonald's. That's what they want him to do. You understand? Because he's a slave in America. And the second that we realize that, we'll realize what Nat Turner realized back then in slavery times. You understand? That we should not join hand with the slave master, whether he got the whip or not. You understand? Whether he's the one who is our slave master or our taskmaster or not. But we should not be joining hand in hand with him. We should be joining hand in hand with each other.
That's right.
Read that.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The great day of the Lord is near.
The great day of the Lord is near. You understand? The I.S.U.P.K. since 1969 has been prophesying, you understand, prophecies, and those prophecies have always come true. Every last single one of them. They told you that plagues was coming. We read out the book of Matthew where it said that a nation shall rise against nation, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And then what happened? Nations started rising against nation. You seeing it. You hearing the wars and rumors of war. You going online. You seeing World War III. You seeing the rumors of World War III starting to happen, the murmuring amongst the people. It's starting to happen. We were saying that the white man was going to build a space fleet back in 69. And what did they just come out with? The new flag for the new space fleet. Have y'all seen it? You seen it? It looks terrible. Right. Understand? All the money in the world and they came up with that terrible. I wouldn't use that as a blanket. You understand? But what it represents is them getting ready to fulfill these prophecies even more. They are suiting up to go to war with the Lord. And you keep not believing us. You keep not listening to us. And riots are going to keep happening. Plagues, COVID-19 is going to keep happening. You understand? You're going to start seeing a social distress keep happening. And because Christ is coming back, man, the scriptures say that we are in the last days. We are in that time with the Lord where they say no longer the Lord brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. But we're going to say that the Lord who brought the children of Israel out of the land of the north. We in North America right now. And that's what's happening. It's going on right in front of you. You're living in it. Keep going.
It is near and hasteth greatly.
It is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. It's coming. You understand? And it don't mean that, and again, let me break this down too. Hold that point, but don't get caught up in because, you know, you seeing like the riots and things like that, that's when Christ is coming back. That's not when Christ is coming back. You understand? Who can tell me how you know when Christ is coming back? Because I done seen this on Facebook today where a lot of people saying, oh, this COVID-19, all the riots and stuff, that mean Christ about to come back. What's the precept? That don't mean Christ is coming back. I need a precept. How do you know Christ is coming back? And I'm not talking about the book of Matthew. Not talking there. You're going to need this. Christians will teach you. Christians are children. What's one of the most famous comic book people that children love? I'm hoping not comic book people, but group. Other than them. All right. Avengers, right? And what was the Avengers where the dudes come down from out of the sky? That was the first one, the first Avengers, and they came out, they cracked the sky open and started fighting. That's what Christians want to believe to happen. Like, they want that. They want to point or push that picture that it's going to be all chaos on earth, and then lo and behold, Christ's going to come back in the midst of that chaos. But that's not how Christ is coming back. Precept. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Let them know where you at.
The book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. What's up? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also.
Meaning nuclear warfare is going to come. You understand? When Christ comes back, it's going to be like a thief in the night. It's going to be when you least expect it. Right. Why? Because like in the book of Revelations, I think chapter 13, that angel told John, don't write what I'm saying down. That death angel came down on earth, and John seen a prophecy that the world was coming to an end. And that death angel said, don't write what you seeing down, because he don't want everybody to know. He wants you to be like how you are. That's why the scriptures say, let the wicked stay wicked. Let the righteous stay righteous. You want to smoke weed, keep doing it. Go ahead, have your fun. Go ahead, go smoke weed. You understand? All those brothers who say, we ask them all the time, hey, brother, they calling on Cross the Line, and yeah, man, I've been watching y'all for 16,000 years. And, you know, I'm getting a little older now, but y'all know, man, I just want to big up y'all because y'all got the truth, man, and keep doing what you're doing, brothers. I just wanted to say that. And they always say what? Well, brother, where's you located? When is you going to get into the school? Well, you know, man, I'm trying, man. I've been trying for a long time. Well, keep trying. Keep been on trying for a long time. You understand? Christ ain't gonna come back where riots is coming. You ain't gonna be, oh, riots is coming. Oh, bombs is getting ready to drop. Oh, hold on, let me find I.S.U.P.K and get up in the class. It ain't gonna be like that. You understand? It's gonna come like a thief in the night. It's gonna be when you sending that Happy Father's Day. It's gonna come right there. You about to Happy Father's Day. Love you so much. It's over. It's over. You understand? You was weak in that. Merry Christmas. Happy 4th of July. You understand? It's going to come just like that, right when you least expect it, man. You understand? And by that time, you ain't made your election sure, then good night. Good night. But that's how the Lord is playing this story out. That's how the Lord prophesied for this story to go. He told John, don't go and tell nobody nothing. 851, no sweat. He told John, don't go tell the people nothing. Don't tell them nothing that you've seen here today. I'm telling this for you because John was following after the Lord. You understand? He was doing what he was supposed to do. So them brothers in the world that's not doing what they had to do, no sweat. But I just want to address that. These riots do not mean that Christ is coming back tomorrow. Christ's going to come back when you least expect it.
That's right.
When all of this stuff is calmed down and the clubs is open back up. You're not in quarantine no more, so you not so much UPK no more. You ain't got to be too much UPK. Your friends are back now. You can go back to the club now. You can go get you a couple whores now. You can go do whatever you want now. You understand? It's open back up. Strip clubs is open back up. You can do whatever you want. You ain't got to be righteous no more. And then that's when Christ is going to come back. That's when Christ is going to come and reap judgment on this earth, man. Right when you think he ain't looking. Right when you think that everything is cool. Right when you think that I.S.U.P.K might have been wrong. Brother, I thought he was coming back tomorrow. Yeah, I did too. Man, that nigga ain't coming back, man. Let's go be Christian again. Let's go smoke a blunt, man, and talk about this. As soon as you go to spark it. And what the scriptures say? And their eyeballs shall melt away in their sockets. And their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. And you're going to be burning up in World War III thermonuclear warfare while we are up in them chariots getting ready to go ham on the rest of who's left. You understand? You best make your election sure, man.
That's right.
You understand? Keep going, though.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. What does that mean? What does that mean? A mighty man shall cry there bitterly. You see mighty men all the time.
That even the strongest man is going to cry like a baby that day.
Well, who the strongest men here?
SHALAM.
Well, I mean, Khan, but think about it in the context of what I just said. That Christ gonna come in a thief of the night. The strongest men, of course, are in the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
These brothers right here are the brothers who sacrifice eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, sleeping with whores. You understand? Smoking weed, using drugs, or drug dealing. We, of course, are the men who sacrifice everything that we want to do and doing things that is not necessarily just to our liking to do, right? But this scripture say the strongest man is going to cry aloud in that day. Who them strong men? It's not talking physically.
The oppressors.
They ain't got a chance. Oppressors ain't got a chance. He the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? He don't got a chance. Who is a strong man?
The ones who live their best life.
Give her a hand. Say it one more time. You gonna say it.
The ones who are living their best life.
The ones who could give a damn about following the law, statutes, and commandments. The ones who, when you go and you plead your heart out to, the ones where you go to your uncles and your fathers and your mothers and your daughters and your sons and your brothers and sisters, and you plead your heart out to them to stop smoking weed, to stop selling drugs, to stop being a Christian, to stop being a Muslim and come follow these law, statutes, and commandments. The ones who were so strong, they just knew so much, didn't they? They knew everything about the Bible and that white people was going to be saved and that we should love everybody and Christ was a white man and all of that. They were so strong in what they believed that they wouldn't even listen to you. Well, in that day, brother, they'll have their day.
That's right.
You understand? They'll have their day in that day. Keep going.
Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Verse 16, a day of the trumpet, an alarm against the fenced cities.
Against the what?
fenced cities.
Against the fenced cities. Keep going. That great wall.
And against the high tower.
And against the what?
The high tower.
And against them high towers. You understand? They put fences around these cities. You understand? They keeping them Mexicans out at the borders. And they putting up high towers, man. It's talking about America. And in that day, the Lord is going to destroy America and make this place to be very desolate. Right. You understand? The way America has made our homes to be desolate. Who got 4 minutes? You got what I wanted? Deuteronomy. All right, let's go there real quick. We're going to finish on this. The curse is kind. If I'm not mistaken.
Because you just said the curses in general, right?
Con.
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
We don't need to riot. We don't need to protest. This is all that we got to do. Keep going.
Right. To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
We are in this school. The nation of Israel is not a democracy. We're not democratic, right? What is a democratic's job? What do they have to do as Democrats? Who do they have to please?
Get what they want or need.
More general.
The democratic society has to please the people.
They have to please the people. We're not a democratic society in the nation of Israel. What are we?
Authoritarian society.
Good night. What are we?
We're a kingdom.
But in the white man's term, what are we? We're not a Democrat. We're not a democratic. We are for time's sake, we're a monarchy. We don't please the people. You understand? We make the people to serve the Lord. Right. You understand? That's it. Give a damn about your feelings or how you feel about it. We are a monarchy, meaning you follow suit with the laws that's given, which is the laws of the Most High God. You understand? Our King, YAHANNA. That's what we are. We're a monarchy. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Go to the curse. Go to verse 17.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 17.
Oh, verse 16.
Salakia. Let me start at 15 with this.
15 is fine.
Come on. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Man, we won't listen. Keep going.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 16.
There's a reason for this scripture. We're looking at our riots. We're looking at our protests. We're looking at the pain that our people are in, but we're not looking at why we're in that pain. You understand? Why we're in that situation. Keep going.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Cursed shall thou be in the city and in the field. You're going to be cursed in New York, and you're going to be cursed in Alabama. Keep going. The basket and thy store. You understand? Meaning what we own, how we profit. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
The fruit of thy body, meaning what we produce. What do you produce with your body? That will be cursed. And the fruit of thy land, which is your crops, the things that we grow, you understand, will be cursed as well. Keep going.
The increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Verse 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in.
When they're born into this world, they're a nigger. Keep going.
And cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
They're a misjustified, killed nigger. You understand? They are still a nigger to the so-called white man. Keep going.
Verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
We try to have Black Wall Street. We try to have black gatherings and cookouts. We try to build with one another. We tried Black Panthers and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. We tried everything. You understand? Keep going.
Until thou be destroyed.
Uh-huh.
And until thou perish quickly.
Uh-huh.
Because of the wickedness of thy doing.
Because of the what?
The wickedness of thy doings.
Because of the wickedness of thy doings. You understand? Because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, now we have to protest in the streets. Now we have to riot and loot in the streets and beg our oppressor to stop killing us. Now we have to plead and get on our knees and pray that this oppressor will stop hanging us by trees and stop using our babies for alligator bait. You understand? Now we got to beg and plead for everything. You understand? Because we are vexed with curses from the Most High,
Right.
because we vexed the Most High by not following his law, statutes, and commandments. Finish that up.
Whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Because we forsaken the Most High. You understand? The same way that rich man will forsake that those men, his brothers that don't have nothing, is the same way we forsake the Most High, as if the Most High didn't have nothing that can help us.
Right.
It's the same thing. It all ties back to that. You understand? We curse the Lord's name by coming out here and protesting and begging the oppressor for justice.
Right.
We curse his name. It's a spit in the Lord's face for you to go out here and hands up, don't shoot. No justice, no peace. It's a spit in the Lord's name because you are so broken down in America that you don't realize that you have the greatest power in the world.
That's right.
That was ever created on your side. You have the greatest power in the world that was ever created on your side, and yet we still go and beg the white man for forgiveness and justice as if he's the greatest power to ever walk the face of the earth. And that's why the Lord is vexed with us. And that's why the Lord won't fight for us. But the second that we realize that we got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and take that glory away from the so-called white man and give it back to Yahweh or the Most High power, then that is the day that we won't have to protest or riot no more.
That's right.
Understanding with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Thabawan.